an entire live stream on why I was wrong about XRP. And we're going to still be covering that because XRP's chart is beautiful. It is not only the strongest altcoin on the market, it is leading an entire new narrative moving into 2025. But less than 30 minutes ago, we had breaking news that is, of course, saving the markets here, guys. Let me mess around with this chart here because we have it delayed from the snow day here. Bitcoin ripping back to all-time highs here. Not all-time highs, my goodness, 93,000, almost 94K off a massive announcement from Donald Trump, guys. We're going to be breaking down, of course, all the bearish news in these markets, but why I am not bearish yet, why am I remaining bullish, and why I am still hodling through this very volatile market, guys. You can see at the top of the screen, we have a ton of news to break down. The last 4 hours has been insane, all right? We saw half of crypto Twitter freaking out, running for the hills. Their crypto portfolios look like Los Angeles. You guys saw the memes going out there. It's bleeding. It's bloody. They're all calling for 82K, 77K, 65K. It's crazy on crypto Twitter. But less than 30 minutes ago, something massively changed this entire markets, guys. So as you guys can see here, of course, this market morning, we start $89,000, guys. We're back up to 94K here. Ethereum, 3,000, almost $3,100 again. Ethereum, yes, guys. It's been bad. Ethereum has not been good. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to say Ethereum is going to go to 10 grand, although you guys know my price prediction for ETH is $600 to $7,500. But Ethereum coming back just a little bit here. XRP, dude, man, shout out to all the XRP holders out there, guys. You guys are the FUD, like, I don't even know, gladiators, man. You guys are like the movie 300. You guys sit there, there's 300 shoulders against tens of thousands, tens and tens of thousands of enemies. And you're just sitting there saving and protecting yourself, guys. Look at XRP's price action here, $2.50, unfazed by Bitcoin's price action. That is what you want to see in an altcoin. It said, you know what? I'm going to zoom out here on the daily. I'm not going to move because Bitcoin decides to move. The entire loss it had for this move to the downside here today, guys, XRP absorbed like that, the snap of a finger. Now, there's a reason why, and we'll be covering that in today's live stream. So make sure you guys hit that like button and stick around because alongside XRP, there is another project not performing quite as well as XRP, but another one that is doing things very similar. And it's honestly performing not that poorly against XRP either, and that is Cardano. So we'll be speaking about those two projects in today's episode, why they are not only just blue chip projects, but if you guys didn't already, you may have seen my crypto tier list last night that we dropped. It was impromptu because we had another video that's supposed to go out, but had some things take place. So I did that last second there, but it explains my thought process around a lot of these top projects, a lot of these S tier tokens and A tier tokens out there. And Cardano, man, the announcement today might be moving it up a tier. So we'll get to that here in just a moment. But of course, guys, top losers in the last 24 hours. We still have some losers. Dexy, Ethena, Bitcoin SV, WorldCoin, Celestia, TIA. Some big hitters. Dude, look at TIA down 18% in the last 7 days. WorldCoin down 27% in the last 7 days. Not too pretty for a lot of these altcoins here, guys. Top accounts, not even mentioning XRP. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people just won't admit they were wrong. Like, dude, XRP haters, we got it wrong, man. Like, I was bullish, and then I turned bearish. I turned bearish in 2023 because the government just did not let loose on X. In fact, they're still targeting them, which is crazy. But Gary Gensler will be out of the office in less than 7 days. Can we get some, let's get some W's in the chat, by the way. Gary Gensler will be gone in 7 days. That is beautiful. That is something we've all been waiting on here. So let's get to the news here today, guys. Of course, shout out to FOMO.io that keeps us up to date with all of our latest news. We have a ton of news to break down here today. And of course, dive into the breaking news that is Donald Trump in just a moment. Before we do so, guys, we need to talk about why this is so important because this blows my mind. But this is the reality we live in, okay? We live in this reality. Joe Biden came out today and announced this here. This is a 59-second clip, but this will set the precedent for the rest of the live stream here.
My administration is leaving the next administration with a very strong hand to play. And we're leaving them in America with more friends and stronger alliances, whose adversaries are weaker and under pressure. An America that once again is leading uniting countries, setting the agenda, bringing others together behind our plans and visions. In America, which is no longer at war, which has made historic investments in American workers, American energies, American factories, generating the strongest economy in the world, which is now in a much better position to win the future against any competitor. These wins are not partisan. They're American.
These words are not partisan. They're American. Not Donald Trump. Joe Biden claims he is leaving behind with his administration the strongest economy ever. Now, I find this hysterical because if you guys spend 2 seconds outside of mainstream media and, of course, listening to Joe Biden here, which, chat, let me know. Do you believe we're in the strongest economy in the history of the world today? I don't see it. And apparently, crypto Twitter doesn't see it. In fact, crypto Twitter has become so utterly bearish. Almost all I see on my feed is either memes of our portfolios burning or bears crawling out of hibernation. That is where we're at today. So starting off this bearish news today, guys, in the greatest economy ever that Joe Biden is, of course, talking about here. Here's JP Morgan's CEO coming out today as Bitcoin approaches, again, $90,000, saying it has no intrinsic value.
It's as useless as a pet rock. What do you really think?
You're going to have some kind of digital currency at one point. So I'm not against crypto. You know, Bitcoin itself has no intrinsic value. It's used heavily by sex traffickers, money launderers, ransomware. So I just don't feel great about Bitcoin. I applaud your ability to want to buy or sell it. Just like I think you have the right to smoke.
It's pumping
but
down.
I don't think you should smoke.
Since he said that it's as useless as a pet rock. What do you really think?
All right, there we go, guys. I had the great Kelly Kellum come in and say what's up for 2 seconds. Yes, guys, the banker of Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, guys, the banker of Jeffrey Epstein. Ironic, isn't it? Isn't it ironic? I can't say the words. You guys know this. Absolutely insane, man. I mean, the people that told you Bitcoin was a scam, that it was used for only money laundering, that it was, had zero intrinsic value, that it was a Ponzi scheme, or all 4 years ago, by the way, when it was cheap, when Bitcoin was cheap. They're all the ones that are buying it today. Absolutely ridiculous here. But on top of this now, guys, everybody is screaming for lower prices on Bitcoin. You have Jamie Dimon calling it, saying it has no intrinsic value. It's essentially a scam. You have tons of individuals coming out here. And by the way, guys, no disrespect to these content creators, okay? Every world-renowned economist got the economy wrong. All right, Joe Biden's lying through his teeth. You have the U.S. Treasury Secretary and everybody a part of the administration lying through their teeth. You have, different world leaders combating and allowing mass immigration and things that are causing huge macro, imbalances across the global spectrum. And so it's completely okay, I think, for a lot of people to be bearish in these cases. I personally believe people are way too bearish, and I could be wrong. But on crypto Twitter, guys, you have people calling for now $50,000 to $70,000 Bitcoin. You have, of course, the 90K sweep now to reclaim the breakdown, which everyone thinks is a bearish heads and shoulders. So this is actually a little bit more bullish, but I pulled it up here because everybody is betting on the downside of a head and shoulders play here in a bull run. Now, I'm not an expert technical pattern trader at all. I trade liquidations. But pattern traders historically say that heads and shoulders don't usually break to the downside in a bull market. But if this were to break, I literally have been seeing, and I'll show you in just a minute, people analyzing anywhere from an 84K Bitcoin all the way back down to the low 70s or mid 60s. There's a lot of bears out there, guys. The bearish ETF pennant points to a bit more downside. Goomba here. Everybody calling for more and more downside. Anton here. No paid groups. Bearish, medium, and low time frame. His projections down to $82,650. You're not bearish enough on Ethereum. It's over. Altseason canceled. The bull market is officially over. Thank you for playing. Finance a lot. Biden says the economy is booming. Do you agree? I found this hysterical, guys, because everybody, look at this, guys. 86%. This is 1,000 people voted that they believe the economy is about to blow up. Now, I want you guys to put this in chat, okay? Type 1 in chat if you believe the economy is about to go on an exponential bull run. Type 2 in chat if you believe the economy is about to blow up, that this is about to completely collapse. Okay. I want to know where you guys are at on Discover Crypto, not a bunch of rando anons on Twitter, but 1 in chat if you think we're going to continue this bull run, 2 in chat if you think that we are about to witness an excessive blow up Great Depression. Okay. 1s and 2s across the board. Lots of 1s. Lots of 1s coming in because they're not allowed to blow it up. I would agree with that. But Finance a Lot, the same guy here, guys, is calling for a massive downfall, a deflationary crisis that's going to pretty much sweep our global environments. Now, yes, guys, Canada's government collapsing, France, Germany, none of these economies are doing well. And the Bitcoin bears are coming out of hibernation just for this, guys. They love this. They love the fear. They love the mongering. They love to, act like everything is going to go to zero and we're going to be going to World War III, guys. And it doesn't help that Los Angeles is on fire, okay? $150 billion minimum in cost from here. The reason why I'm showing you this, guys, is there's still probably more bearish articles we're about to go through, but everyone is a super bear. Like, let me know. Just let me know in the comments, guys. Yes or no? Like, do you guys see people panicking? Or are people excited? Dude, no one's excited in this market right now. Everybody is scared. Most of your retail is capitulating. Most of your retail volume is irrelevant. It's all institutional trading at this point, which means most of your altcoin holders have capitulated out of this or are extremely scared of the markets currently, even though Bitcoin's at $90,000. Yes, altcoins haven't had that season yet, but we'll get to that in just a moment. It's rough out there. There's a very, very bearish sentiment across the board here. And there, again, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So make sure you guys hit that like button, stick around. We got a lot of light to cover here as Donald Trump just announced something insane. Okay. It's something we would never have thought was possible 8 years ago. If you guys were new to crypto, if you were here last cycle, they would have told you. The same bankers like Jamie Dimon, BlackRock, Vanguard, the same people that were telling you Bitcoin was a scam, man, dude, their mouths must have dropped to the floor today. Okay. Now, before we get to that news, again, there's more bearish announcements here. Germany industrial recession happening. If you guys didn't know this, there's economies across the board that are dealing with rates or economic levels they haven't seen since the Great Depression in 2008. Okay, sorry, the Great Recession. That, of course, was after the real estate collapse and everything in 2008 in the States. But Germany hitting rock bottom here. With this, you have Sven Henrik. The economy is so strong, everything is falling apart. You have economy was collapsing in 2019, so they grabbed COVID as an excuse to kick the party along, to kick the can down the road. And with all of this, guys, these are all economists. These are all people with millions of followers on X. All of this fear, all of this fear mongering, all of this bearish sentiment in the market has related over now to an extreme fear category on the stock market. Now, you guys know I have FOMO.io, which is at 39 today, currently sitting here. But it did hit a low this morning because remember, mine's real time. Our fear and greed index is real time. Remember, this morning we hit 10. We hit 10 fear on the 7-day time frame. On the monthly time frame, this morning we hit below 20, I believe. Yes, below 20. We're seeing extreme fear levels across the board in crypto as well. And so what we're seeing is mass panic and widespread fear mongering that these markets are going to explode. All in anticipation of Donald Trump. They're going to blame Donald Trump for the crash of the economy. That is what they're trying to do. That's what at least a lot of people believe is going to happen. They're going to prop up. We have the strongest Democrats. We have the strongest economy ever. Joe Biden coming out. He said 2 things today. 1, that we have the strongest economy ever. And 2, that immigration dropped as soon as he took office, which is a lie. Like illegal immigration went up massively after he took office, right? The Democrats are coming out and using all of this word salad to fuel and pump up, all of this market sentiment and hopefully come out on top if the markets were to crash. But I have bad news for the bears, okay? I have bad news for the bears. And I know a lot of people don't like politics, guys, but crypto was literally invented to be a threat against the Federal Reserve. It is political. So unfortunately, if you guys want to keep up to date with the markets and understand your portfolio, understand why markets are moving the way they're moving, they literally depend on the words of the president and Jerome Powell, 2 of the biggest political figures in our markets possible. So until that leaves us, you're stuck with some politics because it completely matters who the president of the United States is. And that is exactly why markets are saving, guys. You don't want to be political, but the only reason why Bitcoin bounced today off $89,000 and is slowly recovering, chat. Okay, look at this. We're moving now up to 94K after touching $89,000, 88,000 something dollars right here. What was this? 88? No, it's about $89,000 in dollars. The only reason why this is pumping today is because of what was released 30 minutes ago here. And this was Trump. We will declare a national emergency. Actually, sorry, this isn't even the announcement yet. This is a reminder of something that he actually talked about today. So Mario Nafal posted this on X here earlier today. Trump, we will declare a national emergency on day one to rescue our economy. The economy everybody thinks is going to fail. In 7 days on Trump's inauguration, I will sign day one orders to end all Biden restrictions on energy production, terminate his insane electrical vehicle mandate, cancel his natural gas export ban, reopen ANWR in Alaska, the biggest site potentially anywhere in the world, and declare a national emergency. Now, with this today, I'm going to skip over to, it is the next post here. Donald Trump came out and it has been announced that he is expected to issue executive orders on the first day of his presidency that will address crypto-related issues, per Washington Post. Earlier today, the Washington Post announced that Sachs and members of the Trump transition team have been working closely with crypto leaders to finalize a legislative strategy. And Trump is expected to issue executive orders on the first day of his presidency that may address issues including debanking and the repeal of a controversial crypto accounting policy requiring banks holding digital assets to count them as liabilities on the bank's own balance sheet. This is all according to a person involved with the conversations. The Trump team has made it very clear that this is a priority that the person added. Now, this right here, chat, is why XRP has been pumping, okay? This is why individuals were wrong about XRP. The fact that Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, and Ripple have been at the forefront of all this legislative unclarity from Gary Gensler and the corruption of the current administration is put them in a prime position to help advise and, of course, speak on behalf of the crypto industry with the Trump administration. Brad Garlinghouse just went and had dinner with Donald Trump himself. Cardano's CEO and founder of IOHK, Charles Hoskinson, is also reportedly meeting with Trump administration officials, which we'll talk about in just a second as well. These cryptos are positioning themselves to be what we were talking about last month, creating a fundamental Trump portfolio. All right. I'm not betting on the downside of these markets yet. I'm just not. Now, some people are going to call me MAGA for that because I'm excited for the next 4 years, because I'm excited for the economic policies we're about to see, because I think tech, AI, and crypto innovation is going to explode over the next 4 years. Look, it is what it is. I'll take it. Okay. You can bash on me in the comments for it. But I'm very bullish on the Trump admin here. Very, very bullish here. I'm bearish on defense stocks. I'm very bearish on defense stocks. I'd be worried if I was defense or pharmaceutical companies right now. RFK? Are you kidding me? And then Donald Trump coming out with the Netanyahu stuff today, if you saw that at all. Or Yahoo, can't even, sounds like Yahoo chocolate milk, man. But if you guys saw what he did with Israel today, there's some crazy things starting to heat up. But for the crypto market specifically, guys, I believe we are near a bottom, okay? So let's get into all of the bullish announcements. First and foremost, past the Donald Trump announcement, Bitcoin miners are buying Bitcoin at $90,000. At $93,000, Bitcoin miners are buying Bitcoin. That means they believe it's undervalued, all right? Bitcoin miners, the people that mine and produce Bitcoin, that usually sell Bitcoin when it's overvalued to pay off their fees, to pay off all their equipment costs, are the ones accumulating millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin right now. That's not bearish. That's not bearish. Well, if that's not bearish, what is? Well, maybe this is. Well, Binance and Chain. Oh, no, actually, we don't even cover that. We already covered that this morning. Cardano founder confirms discussions with Ripple on RLUSD integration. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson has confirmed this in this article here, claiming that they will be integrating RLUSD stablecoin into the Cardano blockchain. The RLUSD launched last month has gained traction with listings on exchanges like Bitstamp and Bullish, with more expected soon. And the integration aims to enhance Cardano's DeFi capabilities, attract new users, and build a solid stablecoin ecosystem. Again, I would be very, very skeptical to be bearish against Cardano and Ripple right now. They're working closer together. What were once two divided communities are coming together for the first time. Charles Hoskinson used to go back and forth with a lot of Ripple executives, and now they're all kind of becoming friends. They're all saying, why are we all bearish? Why are we all attacking each other? Why don't we just work together? And that's what's starting to happen. And again, they're both spearheads and at the forefront of a lot of the Trump officials and advisory taking place. Bitcoin supply on exchanges. This isn't bearish. Hits lowest points since 2018. Price falls below $92,000. Bitcoin exchange reserves have dropped to 2.35 million Bitcoin, the lowest level in nearly 7 years. Bitcoin's price volatility has triggered 670 million in liquidations in the last 24 hours. And despite the price drop, institutional interest in Bitcoin continues to rise. So again, when you're on crypto Twitter and you guys are scrolling through the homepage and you guys see all these bearish posts and, you know, this bloody hell, we're going to go to zero. Markets are going to collapse. We're going to have a great depression. All these things, which, by the way, breaking news, U.S. court demands SEC to explain itself for denying Coinbase requests for crypto-specific regulations. Absolutely love that. But it just probably shouldn't have put that on YouTube. That's probably holy shit. Oh my goodness. That's what our portfolios felt like if you guys saw that. But my point is, guys, as you guys see all these bearish takes, remember, for every bear, there is a bull. And again, there's a lot of bullish things happening right now. Tether relocating entire operation to El Salvador. What does this mean for USDT? Well, to me, it means that there's better regulatory licenses and connections to the U.S. But two, El Salvador is going to absolutely dominate. El Salvador is going to blow up here, guys. I totally forgot. I lost my train of thought there for 2 seconds because I started watching 2 people get beat up on X. I was totally going to make a point there. But then I got worried about the guidelines and quickly switched off that. So hopefully we're chilling here. But man, I got to be careful on X. That was just a homepage. That was crazy to see there. But here you go, guys. More bullish news. Just in, corporate demand for Bitcoin is already outpacing new Bitcoin supply this year. Bitcoin corporate purchases versus new supply. Again, there's going to be less and less Bitcoin available on exchanges and more institutional purchases. This is why I've been talking about this so hardcore with the 50-25-25 rule, guys. This is Bitcoin's cycle. It's just Bitcoin's, it's institutional. So Ethereum might get that interest here soon. It is finally breaking out to that upside. This would have been a perfect trade to swing to the upside here. But ultimately, this is Bitcoin's game. And until you get that open access of liquidity back into the crypto market, which might happen under Trump's executive orders, Bitcoin's going to remain the dominant player. So whatever happens to Bitcoin is going to happen to altcoins. And so altcoins are dealing with a double risk factor to them because not only are they reliant on Bitcoin, they're reliant on their own ecosystem plays, their own partnerships, their own, exploitations, everything that's happening within their own realm. So it's very risky to be only all in on altcoins. It's why I hold a significant amount of Bitcoin. It's why it's another part of my Bitcoin portfolio. It's why we have that fundamental strategy. But it's why you need to be cautious if you guys are only trading altcoins out there. Believe it or not, guys, I might have owed the XRP community apology a month ago, which, we did rightfully. It was hard, but we got through it. But now it's our time, guys, to apologize to none other than Jim Cramer. Okay? Jim Cramer gets a lot of heat. He gets a lot of heat. He got a lot of heat when he claimed for 90K, but man, Jim Cramer may have finally broken the Jim Cramer Jim Cramer curse. We hit 90K. His projections when we were above 100K were to come back down to $90,000 and see a cool off period. Quite crazy to see Jim Cramer right here. So hey, is what it is, man. Is what I guess a broken clock is right twice a day. It happens. It happens. But Tom Lee buying more Bitcoin. Fundstrat, guys. Fundstrat Capital, one of the most Bitcoin OGs out there, has been claiming this the entire time. Still bullish, still buying at $90,000 Bitcoin. Italy's largest bank, according to FOMO.news here, guys, the greatest news application out there. If you guys don't use FOMO.news, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's the best free crypto news source out there. Internal emails here. Started buying Bitcoin. Italy's largest bank started buying Bitcoin, according to leaked internal emails, which celebrate the first transaction of 1 million euros for 11 Bitcoin. So yes, more and more Bitcoin accumulation taking place out there, guys. Very, very extremely bullish here. On top of this, today, BlackRock has officially started advertising their spot Bitcoin ETF on their homepage. I thought the bull run was over, Bears. Yes, why would BlackRock be offering their iShares and prioritizing their Bitcoin ETF as their number one product if we were entering a bear market? Now, maybe they're just trying to get, all this exit liquidity to leave the market. In my opinion, it's because they understand transaction volume is about to go through the roof and they're about to make billions off Bitcoin ETFs. I mean, just imagine if Bitcoin goes to 120K, how much money they're going to make off the retail engagement that comes flooding back into these markets when people start saying, oh, shoot, we were wrong. I'd be cautious there. On top of this, you have Crypto Rover here posting this out here. I love on-chain analytics. I trust the Bitcoin on-chain data. The top is definitely not in yet. This is the market value towards realized value score. Now, it is look like it's diminishing over time. Technically, it didn't in 2018, but 2021 peaked a little bit less and nowhere near it today. Now, there is like 30 plus bull market indicators that haven't been, what should you say, hit yet or even close to touched in terms of on-chain metrics. So like to say that we're bearish, I mean, it's hard to say that the retail moment happened when we haven't had an alt season since 2020. The last time we had a true alt season was 2023 November, was when ChatGPT was released and we kind of had a blanket alt season for about 3 months, but we actually haven't had one in the overall bull market for Bitcoin. I mean, yes, you've had the outliers like SWE, you've had, certain ones perform really, really well, but there has been no massive alt season. It's been very categorized and the money kind of shifts. So from meme coins to AI agents, and it keeps rotating the same capital, but we haven't had like an influx where Ethereum starts outpacing Bitcoin and that dominance starts to reduce dramatically. We've only seen about 4 weeks of upside after Donald Trump was inaugurated on, of course, November 5th. Liquidity wicks almost always tend to be filled up. This is happening now. This is from another technical analyst on X here showing that we could have filled that last liquidation range here, that we kind of see this. We see that similar range before you get a general, nice move to the upside. Again, nice move to the upside. So will we get, something like this before we move back up? Possibly. But again, just another bullish perspective there. BlackRock crypto adoption outpacing internet and mobile phones. Crypto in 12 years is literally going to surpass internet and mobile phones. The adoption here and adoption curve is absolutely massive. Again, I think everybody here agrees that crypto will be over a $10 trillion market soon. That it's inevitable at this point. Bitcoin surpassed 100K. What's the next spot for 100K? Or for Bitcoin, it's not 200K. It's not 250K. In my opinion, that's like $500,000 over the course of the next 4 to 8 years, because of the the trend of adoption. It's an exponential curve. So it's a parabola. I can't even speak today. It's a parabolic moment, guys. What happened alt season? That was supposed to be at the beginning of the stream because, yes, everybody's waiting on it. We still haven't had the alt season. Days since Ethereum hit all-time high, it's been 1,160 days, chat. According to Arkham Intelligence, it's been 1,160 days since we've hit all-time highs. But I'm going to take some Q&A here, guys, now. That's pretty much everything in terms of news today. So if you guys want me to pull up charts here, I'll be bringing up that chart action and kind of talking about the upcoming market movements. Again, Bitcoin now trekking back towards $94,000. You have a lot of bullish news coming out. The biggest news here was, of course, in fact, Donald J. Trump coming out and announcing that they will be signing an executive order. This is very bullish that his administration's talking about this. It will pump, in my opinion, the markets hopefully to Valhalla. The problem is new coins can be spit out. True. Doesn't mean every coin is a scam, though. It's just like any new company could be started up. DeSci AI agents, is it a good token? So I'm not a big fan of trading DeSci, or not DeSci, but AI agents because they're so hit or miss. I would be betting on the protocols, the infrastructure layers. I want to be touching, like if you're trading AI agents, you got to get in and get out. Like if you get in and they pump, you got to be rotating over pretty quickly. It's just going to be a lot of ups and downs. Glenn says this cycle is way longer with ups and downs, but because of the adoption, it will be a long-lasting cycle. I agree. Yeah, so Glenn said that here on the screen. You guys can see it. In my perspective, this market is going to be extremely volatile because of the interest rate decisions taking place throughout the next year. Markets right now don't know how to price in a Trump admin. You have like 40% of America very bearish on Donald Trump. I mean, I constantly see like, I'm going to try to be as nonpartisan as possible. I constantly see very uneducated individuals giving very, very opinionated, thoughts on tariffs when they've never studied economics in their life, or they have an economics degree, but they've never started a company. They've never actually established a tariff. They haven't studied tariffs, and tariffs again are very nuanced. I am not a tariff lawyer. I'm not somebody that even thinks my opinion should matter on those necessarily. But what I would say is that they're much more nuanced than good or bad. We have tariffs that have been very beneficial to our economy in the past. We have tariff negotiations that have led to better prosperity in the states in the past. And I do believe the negotiations that we're going to see coming out of this next administration are going to be very bullish for the American economy specifically. So that plus I think they're going to print a shit ton of money. I think the dollar is being propped up on purpose right now. And I do believe that the United States is going to print a lot of money over the next 2 years. So I think we're going up a long time, but it's going to be very volatile because of that. It's going to be very volatile because of that, especially as interest rates are higher. Look at this, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if U.S. Treasuries went to like 5.5%. You think about Turbo? Meme coins are meme coins, man. There should be a special part of your portfolio for trading meme coins, and it's never allocated more than that. Like they're high risk, man. Meme coins literally rely on the market. So if retail isn't happy, meme coins aren't happy. So like, for example, FOMO.io, right? We have our Duke community out there. Like guys, when it's fearful, meme coins are going to be fearful. When it's greedy, meme coins are going to be greedy. Like you have to see, if you see Ethereum hit all-time highs or Solana hit all-time highs, those profits get rolled into those meme coins. So you kind of understand the market flow of psychology if you're in meme coins. Turbo, any of these AI meme coins being released, they're all going to be very, very volatile. Very, very volatile. Because they drank the Kool-Aid on CNN. Yeah, I mean, that is true too. I mean, there is a case though to be like bearish on tariffs. I'm just not one of those people. I think like there's so many cases made that are very bullish on tariffs. Tariffs versus sanctions, if I know the difference. Well, there's big differences. And sanctions, I don't think we're going to be sanctions I could talk about, but it gets very political. So we'll kind of save that for TikTok. But sanctions usually lead to economic disparities in results in actions of a predecessor or a foreign adversary. And I will leave it at that. We can cover that on TikTok, but I don't know how YouTube does with Middle Eastern talk. What of the KKS Maximus? Again, meme coin guys. Guys, all meme coins are the same. I love meme coins, guys. Guys, like I have nothing against meme coins. You just have to understand if Ethereum's bleeding, meme coins are going to be bleeding. If Bitcoin's, again, like they're the most they're the most retail aspect of the market. So you just got to understand, like if retail is scared, do you think they're holding their meme coins? It's like, no, they're panicking. Like it's going to be a very, very volatile. Like every meme coin is down across the board. Look at Dogecoin, dude. Dogecoin, if I zoom out, right? So I believe meme coins will have another cycle. They always do. You know, if Bitcoin hits new all-time highs, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if you saw this happen, right? With like Dogecoin. Meme coins get a lot of hype again, and it just rotates over. You just got to wait for it. Tariffs used to be how governments made money before taxes. Yeah, but I love that example too. And I see a lot of like conservative individuals really like try to argue that. But the reality is also our market dynamic has just overall shifted throughout the last 100 years. So it's like tariffs used to be, you know, good in that sense on how we made money, but then we wanted more social programs. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with social programs. There is something wrong with overspending in social programs and insufficiency of social programs. I'm having 440 different government programs that we have no correlation or, you know, transparent ledger of. So like, you know, you got to give and take. Like capitalism without socialism is, you know, what is it? How to go? It's socialism without capitalism is communism. Communism without socialism is fascism. And it's, you got to kind of, it's this balance that constantly will be debated back and forth throughout, you know, the history of time. You won't be able to get through that, you know. Riot, Bitcoin miner. I don't trade miners, man. I don't trade miners. I would just rather buy Bitcoin and hodl. But nothing wrong with Bitcoin miners. Which are considered good infrastructure tokens for AI exposure? I have a few, obviously, and I'm not invested into this one at all, but this is the biggest one. Okay. Now I missed out on this, but Virtual Protocol is like the biggest AI agent play. They're where everything's being built on. It went to $4.60 at the top of the cycle. It has since the 1st of January collapsed by like 50%. So this might be one you want to look into opportunity for around the $2.40 range. But again, I'm not trading that. It's a little harder. A new one that's launching their AI marketplace this week is Pinlink, which are partners of the channel here. They're going to be launching an AI marketplace very, very soon. I have to say this. I do like Pinlink's accumulation. It's been accumulating for quite some time now. So this is a little bit stronger since the top of that market. Still in a great area low, great volume, great accumulation levels. They're launching their AI marketplace. And then, of course, if you guys are looking for like the underlying infrastructure, I mean, I'm going to say like Oracle's, like where are they pulling their data from? A lot of that is getting pulled from Chainlink's ecosystems. You have, cloud service provider like Akash Network and stuff like that too, that a lot of you hold on to. There's a lot of plays out there for cloud services and everything. But yeah, for AI agents, because I don't like, they rely on something known as T, but in terms of where they're actually drawing a lot of application, I think it's going to be really volatile. Like it's going to be, you're betting on a lot of different winners in the AI agent sector. So I'm just being cautious here. Someone said Cookie. Is Cookie AI agents or is Cookie the KOL agency? Because I'm pretty sure they're a KOL agency, but they've been crushing it, man. They are, oh yeah, AI agents tracker as well. AI agents is tracker as well. So Cookie's another great one. 140 million market cap as well. So smaller market cap. Again, you're right under a previous level. I mean, it's trying to find support around that 40 cents, but you're really taking risk here, guys. If Bitcoin, so let me put it this way, guys. Let me put it this way. Okay. If Bitcoin does go to 77, like this is where I'm just holding. Like it's making a lot of people mad because I'm like not trading actively every day. And it's because of how volatile, like I'm just not dumb, dude. I'm missing between PPI data, CPI data, inflation results, election results, FUD on tariffs, FUD on not tariffs, FUD on interest rate cuts, FUD on Bitcoin, FUD on whatever it is. I'm buying and holding right now because the time to buy, I mean, I think this was dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is great, especially this morning. You got in at insane entry points. But if Bitcoin loses its level, guys, you just have to understand if we lose $90,000, dude, altcoins could drop another 30-40%. They could. It's possible. It's very possible. So it's like, it's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you. Look at Link down. Yeah, Link's nice little W here, but $19 right now. Link's still a beautiful play here, though. Ondo getting some life back into it. We'll see. Holy smokes, that was a crazy buy order here. XRP. Oh my God, XRP just ripping to the upside. XRP and Ondo are the only one up on the daily here. That's on my list right here on the side. Yeah. Can you look at ICP's chart? ICP, dude. ICP there. ICP, I'm not the biggest fan of. I have this here. Actually, let me just pull up list here. Let me log into this real quick. There we go. Yeah, it's still up there. Oh, it's not updated. What the heck? What the? Hold on, that's the wrong list. We redid it. Did it not save? Are you kidding me, dude? Yeah, it didn't save. That's annoying. It was supposed to save. I added like 3 new categories. I added 3 new categories here. Yeah, it didn't save. I have to redo it. I have to redo it again. XRP is going up. You are still saying on time to see. You're still on time to see $5 XRP. Yeah, XRP. That's kind of the next range here. I mean, obviously we want to break through all-time highs, but that that growth would be a $5 range for XRP's price action. I mean, past that, I think we're getting really, really, really. If XRP goes to $5, dude, I'm probably taking most of my money off the market. Like I'm going to be taking a lot of profits because if XRP, that's doubling. That's literally a double its market cap. So like, I think a smart tactic would be to like really be scraping profits along the way up there, man. Because you're looking at XRP, that would be another $150 billion in this industry. So I would imagine a few trillion flow into it. Very exciting for everybody in crypto. Very exciting for everybody in crypto. Very, very much so. I'd love to see that, man. I would love to, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, XRP, dude, XRP just about to, dude, XRP might make a new local all-time high here, dude. Might make a new market high. Could happen. Whatever Josh says, I'll always give him respect for that Ondo call way back. Yo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, dude. Ondo, I'm still incredibly bullish on, dude. Look at this. I am expecting this to break the upside. I'm expecting this to break to the upside. I think this was a bear trap. I think markets have been doing a very, very, like, look at this bullish divergence. We have a bullish divergence on the 4-hour here. If this breaks to the upside, you're looking at $1.71 again. I would be probably setting a long position right above $1.30. In fact, I'd probably go on a 2x long right now. Like if I had Ondo, I'd go 2x long right now. And I would just hold that shit until that breakout of 170. Like, I think that's probably a pretty decent play here if you're looking for a move to the upside. ETH, I just hate, dude. I'm tired of trading ETH. ETH is just ugly right now. Bitcoin ripping $94,200 or $300 again. 6 days and wake up left until January 20th. I agree, man. Like everybody is giving me so much shit and slack for being bullish on Donald Trump. I don't know, dude. Did you see what happened when he won the election? We got a bull run, dude. You know? Is what it is. Still waiting for it, dude. Your dollar Ondo would have been this morning, man. It literally went to like $1.05 or something like that. But, you know, now everyone's bearish right now. Like, guys, you have to admit it. You have to admit everyone is bearish right now. And I know you know this. I think even 90% of you watching right now are also undecisive. You're like, it's pretty bearish out there. It might go lower. You're getting scared. You know, you're sweating. You're hurting. You're like, oh my God, I'm not going to tell the wife how much money I'm down today. If she knew I was down 50% on our $5,000, I'd be like, oh, you know, but it's like, you got to remember where we were a month ago, you know, and that's what's so hard about these cycles. Like, look at this. Look how bullish this, dude. That's so insane, dude. Look at the daily on Bitcoin. That's insane, man. You know, it's like, look at this. Just zoom out, you know. This is what's crazy. This is why I don't give a fuck. This is my one cuss word about hate in this market. Because I got hate, right? We got hate. Everybody in the chat, you got hate. You guys got hate. Now, obviously, I hated XRP a little too long, but we got hate at 15K when we were buying. We got hate at 29K when we were here saying buy. We got hate at when we went back down to 25K. We got hate at 40K. We got hate at 60K. We got hate at 75K. We got hate at 50K. Hate. Guys, we are going, the more the market goes up, right? The more the market does this, the more hate you get. Because if we're at 120K Bitcoin to 140K Bitcoin, you know how many people are going to miss out on that opportunity because they listened to, you know, they just couldn't hold. They reacted emotionally to the market. Like, type 1 in chat if you've ever sold a crypto and then it pumped right after you sold it, right? Or you sold a crypto last cycle that would have made you thousands of dollars this cycle. Almost anybody in crypto that has been here for a cycle or more has literally missed out on like life-changing gains because they fucking panic sold. And like at this point, I'm getting emotional. I'm ranting off it, but it's the truth. It happens so much, so often, and then they never come back, right? The one thing the haters will never do is come back and admit they were wrong because they are, you know, they're low on testosterone. Can't change that, right? They're probably voting for Kamala Harris. It is what it is. We're going to work with them, right? But I welcome them because I want them to learn. I want them to become a sponge. I want them to like realize you can admit when you're wrong. You can move on from these guys. We're in a crypto market. This is less than the size of Amazon. You think every single thing we're going to talk about is right on this channel? No, right? We're not God. We can't predict the future. We're like Warren Buffett has made terrible investment decisions. Charlie Munger made terrible investment decisions. You got I'm spacing out on the Michael, the Big Short, breaking on his name, dude, breaking on his name. He called the market once. He's called it terribly many different times after that. So you guys have to understand, if you're going to play the game of crypto, you need to diversify. You need to get comfortable with losing if you want to win. You cannot win until you lose. That is how it goes in life. That's all across the board. Michael Burry, thank you. Thank you, Ishmael. LMFAO, you attack people's testosterone level, yet you wear makeup and blush. Yes, dude, I wear so much makeup and blush. In fact, I even lube up other, parts of my body just for you. Yes, 100%, man. 100%. Yes. I take all my profits and I use it on Kim K's foundation. Yes. Someone goes, okay, bye. That guy's probably watching. He's probably watching his phone screen. He's like, holy shit. My goodness. I lost a lot. You give us a breakdown. Wait, hold on. That just got buried. I'm not selling my XRP until it's at $4. But even then, I'm thinking about just using it as a stop loss instead of seeing those gains. Poor bears trying to cope. They always do, man. Just messing with you, man. Relax. Cool guy. I got to mess back, though. You know what I mean? It's only fair. If you get to mess with me, we get to mess with each other. We get to have fun here. That's what this channel's about. Crypto's supposed to be fun. Bears make it irritating. You know what I mean? You gotta just have fun. Gotta have fun, man. Where do you buy tokens? Are you using a major exchange like Coinbase, or are you using a DEX? I literally only use two things. I use a DEX or I use CoinW. I use a DEX or I use CoinW, who we're partnered with. And if you guys want access to our Telegram, if you sign up with the link in the description below, which I got to add it to it, and I got to add everybody to the group here. We have 1,600 members in here. It's free if you sign up with a CoinW link. And I post a ton of exclusive content in here. And like I just posted like 30 different charts that are like not bearish. Like you guys can literally go through all of our wins, all of our, every single thing I do in here, guys. I post so much exclusive content you're just missing out on in here. How much was this? Let's see. Where a big one, $4,400. It was beautiful. But yeah, so you guys want to get into that group. Don't mess that out. That's a free group for you guys to be in if you guys sign up with CoinW. One indicator to use to call the market's Bitcoin top. For me, it's primarily going to be, for me, it's really euphoria, which I haven't seen this cycle. I've seen depression, I've seen anxiety, I've seen capitulation, but I haven't seen euphoria. I haven't seen retail interest like we saw it last cycle yet. So when I see everybody telling me markets are going to go up further and further, I'm going to jump out. The top is almost impossible to call. It's over when you lose the 200-day. Again, possible, but you gotta also admit, these executive orders the new administration might pass could prolong a lot more money flow into these markets that could counteract a lot of those indicators. So I'm very cautious right now. I'm very cautiously optimistic, but I would say I'm very optimistic to see further upside. I'll get worried around 110 to 120K. That's where I would get worried. Like when we're pushing above $110,000 again, and you start to see altcoins really kicking ass. Like for example, guys, like if Ondo goes to, $2.40 at this point, or XRP blows past $3, or Arkham goes back to $4, like I'm really going to be like, all right, profits need to be secured. And I'll get ready for the next, you never know. It could also be the top of the market. It could be. You can't predict the future, man. One of my clients bought 500K of XRP 3 years ago at the average of 55 cents, and he held and still holds now. That is crazy, man. That is awesome, man. But hopefully you're right on Ondo and Arrow. Those have been some of our best plays, dude. Ondo's still up 4x from the initial call. It's still up roughly 2x from the main 70 cents is when we went in with tens of thousands of dollars. So it's been a beautiful trade, man. We sold at $1.40, made profits. It went up to $2. Beautiful trade. Aerodrome, shout out to the basement, called it at 8 cents, sitting at $1 right now. We went heavy in at 45 cents. Another really decent play here as well. But yeah, Aerodrome is going to be smaller. In terms of my top market cap plays, dude, it's probably Solana, it's Ondo, it's Render. I think Render is going to absolutely kick ass again this cycle. It's Chainlink. I think Chainlink's underperforming massively still. I think Chainlink's going to blow past all-time highs. A lot of very, very, very bullish, a lot of very good tokens out there, in my opinion. There's a lot of them. The best thing about descending wedge are they're a slow bleed. So people get bored. They definitely think it's over. That's when you make the most money. Yeah, usually I agree. I 100% agree. That's what it just feels like in this market right now. Everybody calling the bearish head and shoulders. I woke up this morning and I saw crypto Twitter on fire, dude. On fire. Like it was on fire this morning. Just to, see the market rebound by end of day by $5,000. Bitcoin's literally up $5,000 right now. That's insane to me. It just, look at this. I don't know if you saw this. Oh, that's the 3-day. 3-day, never mind. 3-day. There you go. So we'll see. We'll see. It just got rejected off some resistance here. VeChain is dead. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, VeChain, I mean, we've always known this. VeChain was a great play. I called it under a penny last cycle. It went up to over 20 cents. I made my parents so much money off that. That was a beautiful time. But it's just not sexy. Like, at the end of the day, your marketing has to be sexy. And VeChain, a supply chain project, like, I think it's going to perform well. I think it can go back to all-time highs this cycle. But it's just, dude, supply chains aren't sexy. Unfortunately. Like, it's a weird thing to say, but it's like sexy. Right? That's the sexy narrative right now. AI agents are sexy to people. But like VeChain, it's unfortunate. That's part of marketing though. That's just how it goes. It's a sleeping giant to me. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad project, balls, at all. I'm not saying it's a bad project at all, but it just like the end of the day, a lot of this comes down to marketing, you know? Here's a hot take, though. Josh Quant will be in the top 10 gainers in 2025. I would love to see it, man. Quant's also not a sexy project, unfortunately. But I like Quant. I hold Quant. I have nothing against Quant. But them going off of, dude, the reason why I don't think they're going to be a top 10 is like every top 10 cryptos on Twitter, and they just left X. They just left X because of politics. It made no sense to me, man. Like, unless maybe they announced they're staying on X. Actually, let me see if they backtracked on that, because that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Quant. Wrong Quant. No, they left Twitter. They left X. This right here. Look at this. You see this? You see this number right here? You see that? 225,000 views. How many followers did they get on Blue Sky? Wow, they have 1.2K followers. That right there is why I'm not confident they'll make it to a top 10 project. I'm just not. I'm just not. Again, nothing against them. I like them. I don't like their marketing team. Their marketing team is made up of dumbasses. They left. Look at this. 80,000 views. Let's go to any of their actually last posts. Let's see. Quant Digital Pound Foundation, 41K views, 41K views. These are all digital pound. There you go. 138. Look at that. 138,000 views. They left hundreds of thousands and millions of views to leave over for 1,200 followers. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, man. Am I tripping? Don't fund my Quant until next month when it's long-term gains for me. C90, I hold Quant. I'm funding my own bags. This is literally dumb. It's like, why? Like, it's crazy to me, dude. They thought Kamala Harris was going to win or something. Moonwell on base. Excuse me. My goodness. Moonwell is a good play. Maybe they hate Elon. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, dude. It's like crypto Twitter. It's crypto X. I got hiccups now. Yeah, it's crazy to me, C90. But Moonwell. Let's pull up Moonwell. What is Well doing? Well is performing pretty well. There's two of my favorite projects on base. I mean, besides Aerodrome, right? And Duke. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's pull this out here. Moonwell's one of those. I'm pretty sure DZ called this thing at a ridiculous price. But the other one is Morpho. Now, Morpho's finally getting a pullback here. Morpho, we called at $1.30. Type 1 in chat if you got in on Morpho. We called this at $1.30 on the channel. Literally all the way, well, it was back here. $1.30. It was like $1.28 in the video I think we created here. Went up to $3, almost $4, $3.61. Been an absolutely beautiful play here. But this is one we called on TikTok quite some time ago. So this was another good play. I wish we put way more money into this, is what it is. But DeFi liquidity provider to Coinbase again. Manual just completed its double top. Definitely a great time to buy. Also, the TVL versus market. Manuel? I've never heard of Manuel. Manuel. So a meme coin? Oh, Moonwell. Retail will flood into ADA. Possibly. I like Cardano. I don't hold Cardano, but I like Cardano. The company holds a lot of Cardano. We're a whale in Cardano, technically. Yeah. I don't hold any AI agents. Bio dumped. Yeah, guys, I told you guys, Bio was going to dump like a madman. It just happens after every IDO. So they've been just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. What I would like to see is hopefully that support region created. I don't know if it'll be 300 mil market cap, or maybe it's at 500 mil. They find that established, that support zone. Completely normal. What I'd pay attention to is the amount of volume that's being traded. And I do have I actually have a phone call with them Wednesday. So I may or may not be doing DeSci spaces with them. The next upcoming one I would say is going to be Zaya. That's going to be the next crypto project. They're not even out yet. So, but it's going to be Zaya AI. It's not out yet. Don't buy it. Do not buy it. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's a scam. That's definitely a scam. So I'm very bullish on decentralized science. Very, very bullish on DeSci. You guys know this. That was one of our best calls. It's one of the best calls I've ever seen on Crypto X ever. Every single DeSci project, minus the ones that became irrelevant, did 100Xs. It's crazy, dude. It's freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy. What's up, Endeavor? How you doing, man? I saw your live stream, bro. I was scrolling through X or Twitter or TikTok. Didn't know you live stream, man. Good stuff, dude. eGold, bro, what happened? eGold, I've never been a fan of. eGold's been trash forever. Multiverse X. The rebrand didn't go well. Why call it Multiverse X? They went for like the meta play. They just look, it's not their fault, but it also is their fault. But every decision they've tried to make to benefit their ecosystem just hurt it more than help. They tried chasing the metaverse, hype. That died as soon as they transferred over. They tried chasing the NFT hype. That died as soon as they transferred over. So unfortunately, yeah, man, it's been not good for eGold. Not good for anybody that holds eGold. What else we got here? DeSci is the future. I agree, man. You finally get it about time. What makes you intelligent, changing your opinion when you gather more facts? Well, that's all we can do. That's all we can do, Ryan. I mean, our opinions constantly have to change. And if we don't know something, or maybe we think we know something, but then we get new information, you have to constantly be absorbing market conditions. If for example, if Kamala Harris had won, that would have made us have to re-advise our entire crypto analysis. If everything depends. And so as we collectively gather more and more information, or companies win or companies lose, we have to evaluate those. And it's constantly a structural shift in your portfolios. So I appreciate it, man. But yeah, we got to constantly really keep up with as much news as we can possibly can. Litecoin. I'm not a fan of Litecoin. It's literally just a little brother to Bitcoin, man. I'm happy I hopped on. Should have done it a long time ago. Keep up the great work. Yo, appreciate you, man. Yeah, dude, keep up your live streams, man. We need more good crypto content out there. Trust me, there's a lot of bad crypto content, and you were like doing actual educational stuff, which is great to see. Thank you for your time and effort. Dude, much love. Much love, guys. Appreciate you guys. Josh, what are your thoughts on Shadow Token? I don't know a Shadow Token. Shadow Token. Oh, I have looked into Shadow Token. I've seen this like 9 times. It's probably because you're the one that keeps asking too, huh? Have I not pulled it up for you? Storage without compromises is a decentralized, performant, scalable object storage. So decentralized storage, competitor to Arweave, competitor to Filecoin. If you like data storage, that's your play, man. You can definitely check that out, man. It's so hard with decentralized storage because I don't know how needed it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like decentralized cloud computing services and storage and rendering all matter, but I like the products that are focusing on it all. Not to say that those ones can't perform. I think they could perform. So it's like just as long as you're risk adjusting that, you know what I mean? Like if I'm betting on DePIN, that would fall into the DePIN category. So decentralized storage would be under decentralized physical infrastructure. I would have a subcategory of my DePIN positions within that, right? I would allocate properly. Just because, you don't necessarily know which one's going to be the winner. You don't necessarily know if NVIDIA is going to drop a data storage service tomorrow that, is 400 petabytes. Like we don't know, right? So it just kind of gotta jump around with it and kind of follow. You got to be really keeping up with the AI sector, really keeping up, especially as quantum's nearing. Dude, quantum's going to flip a lot of people's AI tokens and AI investments upside down. Yeah, dude, I can't believe TikTok is leaving us, man. We might lose TikTok. I have a feeling Trump's going to sign an executive order to allow it to continue in the U.S. But at the same time, yeah, they have a platform called Lemonade, and you can just sign up for it and it'll auto connect to your TikTok. So I already got like 10,000 followers over there, but nobody uses it. You can't post past a minute. The platform's kind of lame, but you know, it's like a mixture of Instagram and TikTok, and it's just not TikTok. Nothing will ever be TikTok. TikTok's the best app, social media app out there, man. TikTok and X. X doesn't really pay too well though, unless you're like, I mean, it is what it is. Like you gotta really be producing millions and millions of views. Millions of views. Kevin O'Leary's going to buy TikTok. To me, that just pisses me off. Like that just, he's a leech, man. I mean, good for him. Like it's gonna be good for him, but I'm worried that he'll just ruin that, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see, dude. We'll see. Kevin O'Leary also pumped the heck out of FTX. I don't know if I want the FTX shark, the one managing TikTok. I just don't know about that. Based AI. I don't know anything about based AI, man. I'll have to check that out. Put it in the Telegram for me. But all right, guys, with that note, we are at the $5 mark or 5 hour mark, guys, or 5 p.m. 5 p.m. I'm broken here. Bitcoin sitting at $94,300. Of course, XRP and Ondo kind of leading the jump back up out of this market. The only ones in the green. Actually, Dogecoin just flipped green for the day. Dogecoin did just flip green for the day here. SPX ended up closing above, which is really good to see, actually. It ended up closing in the green just a little bit. But of course, crypto and everything's pumping off the announcement of Donald Trump here. You're going to have some resistance here. $95,900. If we can break past $95,900, guys, I think we're going to have a great week. I think we could have a stellar week. I think we can end up seeing a very bullish month for crypto as the inauguration comes around, guys. But past that, much love all to you guys. Thank you for all the respect. Thank you for all, just being through these volatile markets together, guys. If you haven't already, go check out my website. This is my website. It helps me out, guys. I founded this. This is the #1 crypto news app on the planet here. It is brand new, completely free for you guys to use. Of course, we do have our dashboard with our products. There's a product launching in the next 2 days. That is one that you guys have been waiting for here. Don't like to see that on the indicators. That is a little bit more bearish than bullish. So hopefully we can see a decent amount of volume really come into play here. But we will be having foot maps similar to signals here added very, very soon. We're customizing and building our own maps and models out here that are a little bit easier to read. I do have to say, guys, I do not like seeing a massive imbalance at $88,900. Now, there is one massively above us all the way. I have to find it. It's at $102,000. It's at $102K. Maybe I got to go to the 4 hour time frame. But there is a massive imbalance above us, and actually doesn't even pop up on the 4 hour time frame. So we might be in the clear here. But we do got that pull all the way up towards $98,600. I have to find the exact imbalance, but there is one towards $102,000. I'll find that on a smaller time frame for you. But that is going to be coming in. Nick, if you want the mod, you got to ask in the Telegram chat, man. Ask in the morning show tomorrow. And I'll just remind me to do so, man, because I don't have the admin rights to this PC. I'd have to do it on the other one, which they're doing production on right now. So I won't be able to do that until later this evening, man. Because we have a bunch of different sub-affiliates. So I could do that for you tomorrow, possibly, man. But if you guys want to be mods, just let us know. We'll be needing more very, very soon, guys. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next episode. Peace out.